round table.
Have you guys been to like some sort of a youth conference or leadership training or a summer camp type situation? Okay. You've been to like summer camp and sometimes it's like you don't know what you want to get out of it, right? And have you ever gone to a camp like that? Yeah. Like the first time around, you don't know what to expect. So maybe think back on the camps you've been to or conference you've been to and not knowing what it was going to be, but at the end, how you felt about it. And maybe what were those things that went into it that you're like, hey, that was fun, or that was cool, or I want to do that again, or what were the things that you're like, huh, that was awful, never gonna do that again. Because I think maybe that'll help you guys formulate how you want this to go.
Yeah, I wonder if we did like a panel of speakers, so like we have them all kind of like sitting there like around the table, and like you ask them that questions, and they give like a brief 2-minute like thing. So we have like 3 or 4 of them.
Definitely could. I'm just knowing that some personalities tend to run away with those things. Like they'd have a lot to share and that might take up a lot of time for you guys. So I would just encourage you to be focused. Like it's a great idea, but I think if you have enough people there, it would end up going like that would take a lot of time just listening to each person.
You could also, this could be a trend setter for commissions such as you guys, because this thing doesn't happen anywhere. So this could be something that you guys could start where commissions start doing these conferences and you guys could be the ones to create this. Because this doesn't happen. This could be something really cool that Bertha sets as a standard for commissions in the northern Colorado area, and could be really something really cool. Where you guys start that association, or not association, sorry, wrong area. Start that conference trend of,
So what would be the next step we take based off of all of this?
So I think you've got you're getting your basically a timeline going, your agenda, what you're gonna do. It's really getting that buy-in from those other commissions. So getting that invite out, getting your location chosen, getting those speakers lined up. So do we have the invite created and ready? Yeah, let's take a look at that.
Okay, it's not quite transferred to a doc, but I have the general. Can you share it?
Just through like email.
Or
It's just Steve.
You can email it to Steve.
Email me. S. Hensley.
Find an alternative in this. Sorry.
You sent it? Oh.
So
Yeah, we can move on. We can try to figure that out.
So we'd send the invite out and then kind of wait, or are we like continuing planning?
You just throw that all over yourself. I just look over there.
You just force it to do something and see what you can catch.
Yeah.
You're supposed to drink here.
Yeah. That's a new way of drinking it, I guess.
I need to get you more coffee.
Maybe 2 burritos wasn't that.
Yeah. Bad choice. So I also think a venue, right? but if we could use the gym, then that's our backup.
Yeah.
We could probably hold off on that. And
What do you guys think about that? Like, I kind of have like a visual of like, you know, you get to talk, like hear from the speakers, and then like the mayor and the town board gets to shoot hoops with you guys. Like you play a game of
Knockout.
basketball or
Something like that.
pickleball.
Oh, knockout! I'm killer. at
You know,
knockout.
like a way to just kind of like have that camaraderie engagement without it being so stuffy.
Yeah.
And also get to show off our amazing facility too. And I think that might be a neat way to be like, hey, we can give the other, you know, youth advisories that look into our rec department, and that's something we are proud of, you know. That might be a neat. What do you guys think of that?
Yeah.
If that's not if you'd rather go super formal, we could do formal too and like
Oh, I
do
don't
the
want it to
Burke
be
side.
formal. I don't want it to be
I
formal.
sense that may not be the case, but
Formal's not bad.
it's not. When it could be semi-formal, right? Like it could be professional, but
Yeah.
also fun, so that people remember it and are inspired by it. Like, oh, we want this type of interaction with our government, where we
Mhm.
feel like there's an open door. We can talk to them or engage with them.
Mhm.
You know, I think Berthoud's unique like that. Because
Mhm.
other towns have there's a lot of conflict going on in political arenas. And so in Berthoud, we have a really sweet thing going on where we can be friendly and have great, you know, camaraderie, even if we like don't agree on certain things. And I think that's what makes the small town charm really shine. And so you guys could show that off and really inspire some other communities on how that could look. But have fun. We could play a game or something.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Because when I was making the agenda outline, I incorporated a little bit of time for like team building. I tried to keep it under that like 2 hours thing, but with like the hour of the speaker, that made it a little hard. So right now my estimate's sitting around 2 hours, 10 minutes, and that's including food and stuff.
Yes. We could pull out the bleachers and have, you know, people be able to sit on bleachers and have a microphone and whatnot.
Yeah.
The acoustics would be a little bit hard to hear if you don't use a microphone or something, because it'll bounce off everywhere. But I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I really do. And then we would block out the entire gym so people aren't in there trying to play basketball while you're trying to speak.
How's that for timing with rec stuff going on? That'd be really interfering.
April 26th, is that what it was?
Yeah, we do have Skate-A-Palooza that day. It'll be outside, but that's from 10 to 1. I think our event was
12 to 2
12 to 2. April
is what my notes say.
basketball should be over by then. Choices.
We're right in the middle of things starting. We're registering for summer, so there's really nothing going on outside of just crazy Saturday. We'll be done just with everything else. So it's pretty good timing for the gym.
That's good.
But I know Amanda and we went to it was like a summit. Remember with TSD? And it had all the leaders from YMCA and all those different areas. And it was similar to what we're doing here. And it made me think, like, do we actually need youth commissions? Can we just get people that are in the community doing programs and things like that with like recreation coordinators at the YMCA's and at the youth centers and things like that, and have them all come in? And if we could get the youth commissions there, that'd be great. But we did a bunch of these like team building things to where they just gave us a bunch of supplies and we had a group, and then we had to create something and then sell it to everyone. So it was like just using your creativity, and like but we all had to work together and we all had to come up with like, what's the purpose, you know, and like those fundamental blocks to be able to create something. And we could do all sorts of little fun things like that and just split everybody up, because we weren't together. Like they split us up intentionally. So I was at a group, she was at a group, we were never together. So none of you all would be together, and you'd just be mingling with these people that are putting on programs and helping their communities.
Yeah.
So, because if we can't get the youth commissions, I think that's our next route. I thought it'd be fun.
Could you open it up as it is during the school year to maybe like student councils, because then you could even get like
Anybody,
Lions
you
or
know?
Water.
Let's not pigeonhole ourselves. We can have adults here, you know, we don't have to have just youth.
Because like
Just common-minded people that are,
Mhm.
I think the student councils would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking because like
PLA, all those people.
somebody said like having the trustees come and like the
Yeah.
trustees basketball, that would be fun to have like maybe one or two trustees from each like town commission or whatever when we do that there. That could be good to have like just
That's cool.
a few there
Yeah,
from each town.
that's a cool.
Or like if it's like a student council, like having their advisor or somebody else significant to that school or wherever come.
Yeah, so maybe your liaisons for each
Mhm.
commission to the town boards, because usually there's one in the backup.
Mhm.
Or the mayors, if they would like
Yeah.
to participate, it'd be kind of fun to get to know your local mayors. I don't know if they have, time in their
Christmas, Mr.
schedule,
Karstbeck
but,
is
I
awesome.
don't know
I'm-
if we need to meet with loved ones,
well, I don't know anything about that. But
I hear all about it.
Oh,
it could be fun to have
you hear
other
about
youth
everything.
oriented people there to, pick their brains and ask questions about. It'd be neat to have, I know for me, whenever I go to a conference, like to have something that like pumps me up, like inspires me. Cause there's always lots of good like knowledge you could take away from something, but if it inspires you to be engaged, that's what like really, gets me going again. So it's not just mundane. And so anything that like you guys could do to like have that kind of like, let's pump up the community to be energized to engage with their youth and the youth to engage with government. So something to make it like lively and fun and
So maybe not just Youth Advisory Commission conference, it could be Northern Colorado Leadership. More specifically on the
leadership?
youth side, but yeah.
Yeah, so then do we wanna reach out to those state councils and those YMCA's?
I mean, if you say youth, then, those YMCA's aren't gonna come, because those are adults that are running those organizations and those. So, but I agree, it's probably best for youth, right? Like,
Yeah,
is that what
I
we're,
think you need to just reach out to any of those student councils.
those people
should
take
be
over
able
if
to
you're not careful.
Yeah, I think you'll be able to hit all,
Yeah, just.
Thompson Valley School District, District 6, any of those.
Mhm.
that would be neat.
I think it'll be
And they'll be a lot easier to get a hold of, because you know where to find them. At the schools.
I'm surprised that
I know, it's weird. I even emailed all like 50 of them too. And they're
It's
all
amazing.
just, I don't know is this not a thing in most cities? These commissions?
No, I think they have them. It's just amazing to me how many of them are disengaged.
Yeah, I think that's because
so maybe this is really important to
I think it is.
reactivate that connection. Like,
Yeah.
the youth deserve to have a voice. They exist there for a reason.
Perhaps something to think about, an idea I had, perhaps this could be a bridge, if we are gonna invite student council to have a bridge between what you do at your school and how it works in your community at large. Cause like, I know you guys are, some of you are involved in student council, and to jump to a government position, how you can do both, or, what comes after high school or college.
Those would be good, like plan those questions ahead so people can come prepared to answer that for you.
Yeah,
That could be helpful.
because I'm just gonna share the entirety of the agenda I came up with. But so I thought when we start at noon, we could just have a little section. I said about like 20 minutes where we kind of meet, greet each other, learn each other's names, where you're from, and
Grab
then we
some
could
food?
do what?
Grab some food at that time?
I mean, I could adjust.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Then I said we could have because we said last time we wanted a max of 1 hour for the speaker, so I said maximum 1 hour for the speaker right after that, just to get him out of the way, him or they, whoever. Then I said we could have 30 minutes to share what we've been doing, so the round table we've been talking about, so what we've been doing with our commission, etc., town stuff. Then I said we could do 30 minutes of team building. That's where we could the basketball or pickleball or whatever, kind of what Steve was saying with those kind of activities. Then I said at the end we could have 20 minutes for food, and like I said, all in all, that's about 2 hours and 10 minutes, roughly.
Could we do 30 minutes for a speaker?
30-minute speaker. Do a little longer on the team building and food.
Maybe.
An hour?
listening to someone talk.
We
Yeah,
said
that's
last
a lot.
time
That's a
maximum 1 hour, so I have like the
long
maximum.
To listen to just someone talk.
So like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
30 to 45, that's about people's attention span.
Yeah.
I'll go over 45.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll check out after that.
Or maybe break it up like 30 and 30 somehow, or 20 and 20, listening in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause that could get long.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of, we were kind of wanting that motivational speaker, so it kind of, you know, was a motivational kind of kick to kind of get people, you know, excited about this conference versus just talking about government.
Right.
Sometimes that can be a blah.
What do you think, what would be, I guess maybe looking at the list, but motivated for what?
Yeah.
Motivated to get out of bed in the morning?
More motivated to, you know, get into your community. What makes you, what, you know, what makes you get into these commissions? Why did you guys get involved? You know, what motivated you to come into this and do what you do? What motivated you, you know, May, to get on the board, and what, you know, you have a passion for something. So maybe having a motivational speaker to come in and say, you know, what sparks that interest, you know, and sometimes a really good speaker can motivate that in anyone.
Right.
So if you can find that person, I mean, you can leave there and be like, damn, I'm ready to go
Yeah.
do whatever it is.
Volunteer everything.
Yeah, and that's what you want, to try to get that person to come in and just, you want to leave there wanting to go do that with whatever it is, whether even if it's for that day or, you know, or you've just got that light and that spark. And so if you can find that right person, that's just kind of, and sometimes it'll spark for that day, or it'll just keep you going for whatever, and sometimes it leads you to being on a board, or, you know, for your career. So.
What do you guys think, that just kind of a motivational speaker as to why to continue to be involved in your community?
Yeah.
Well, I think like the question of why your voice matters, like the difference it actually makes, to see how it has impact. I think like if you could answer that question and really see that each person's voice really can shape their community and change the trajectory of where it's going to go in the future, I think is a big deal. And I think it's hard for youth sometimes to see that far in the future of like when they're adults living in a community, what that will be like. But I would love to have start inspiring youth to know this is your community. What do you want it to be when you are here living here with your family someday? What do you want it to be like? You can have a say in that now, you know. And so I think answering those questions would be really neat to say how does that impact? What's that ripple look like when you stand up and
Back to what
speak?
we've done before, when you guys have done the surveys in the schools, and even before some of you guys were on the commission, one of the feedback we got was, why does what I think even care? Or why do you care about what I think? There's no room for my voice as a young person in the community. You know, so that would be kind of going back to answering that question, perhaps.
Yeah.
She wouldn't able to send it.
We're gonna send it.
You got it?
There should be a doc with a picture of it and also a link to the PDF.
You said shensley@bertha.org.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
shensley@bertha.org.
CS.
SHENSLEY@bertha.org.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna need that one more time.
SHENSLEY.
Alright, it's on the way. I
Okay.
think I sent it to the wrong email, sorry.
That's all right.
Going through your agenda one more time real quick, because I was thinking if there's room for a tour of the
So,
building,
because
and then
after we took out that 30 minutes from the speaker, I just tried to reshift stuff down. So I'm just trying to transfer it onto it digitally,
Okay,
so I can stop.
totally.
But so I have updated. We have the 20 minutes, like kind of the meet and greet, kind of share like who you are, etc. 30 minutes of our first speaker. 30 minutes for sharing what like you've been doing the round table. Then I said like 20 minutes for the motivational speaker because I heard that. Then 40 minutes team building, 20 minutes of food, and that's a wrap.
There's also like 2 PDF of them.
I love the flowers. I love the design.
Yeah.
That's really pretty. Nice.
I did not put the date because I didn't know if we had decided fully on, what was it, April 26th? And since we're adjusting the time, and at the bottom it says if you have any questions, contact point. I wasn't sure whose contact.
Looks really great.
Nope.
It's a good starting point.
That's fine.
I might suggest you bump up, is it lunch that you guys are planning? You might wanna bump that up toward the beginning.
Put it at the beginning.
And then people can eat while they listen too, you know, sometimes it's nice to have something to munch on while the speakers are talking, does that make sense?
Motivate people to get there.
Yeah.
And then if there are stragglers or people that run late, it gives you that good slush time.
Mhm. That's always good to put on your or invite too, is like that it's free, like a free event,
Provided.
free meal, free event. It always stands out to people.
Do we want to? I wonder if we shrink the number of words on it, and maybe put
Bullet
give
points are really nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
like a brief description of what we're gonna do, but mainly have it be the date and the time and where it is.
Yeah, we could just do like
Have we,
where, date, time, yeah.
And then we could put a QR code on it that goes to a website that then just like blows it up and talks about it really. Because then you can catch them, you'll grab them by the bullet points. They're like, yeah, let me see what it's all about. And then they can QR code it, and then
We
it'll
can
be,
even link the agenda. This is what you're doing that.
yeah, all of it. That will create a website for you that's just for that. This,
Like a real, like a page
or a page on a website.
Will that be on the town's?
Yeah.
on your page.
Cool.
Yeah, on your all's page, we'll link it.
Perfect.
So yeah, maybe just
Just so we'd love to have you, you're invited to, or even youth leadership conference. Yeah. Leadership conference.
Then we can remove anything that says board or anything.
And
Just
again, instead of board, I would say, youth committees, committees,
youth groups,
youth groups, youth people, they're usually committees or commissions.
broad.
Yeah, student council.
I do like the first and last sentence, if those kind of bookended your bullet points to kind of grab people. So maybe keep that first and last sentence, but then bullets in the middle. That could be grabbing people.
do we want to put the Berthoud logo on it?
Well, I would do your logo.
BYAC logo.
And then yes, the town of Bertha logo as well, since they're gonna be hosting the event. As well.
Does everybody have youth advisory commission t-shirts or hats to wear that everyone could be matching?
I think you guys have extras still too, right?
I don't know if we creative hats. I just imagine a bucket hat.
Yeah, there's no hats, but there's shirts
Sure.
and sweatshirts. We all should have one. They were given out already. There's a few extra, I think we can get you anyway.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that'd be great.
Let me see.
Or medium.
Small and mediums.
Do you guys have any smalls? Because I always feel like a medium, but it's really big. It's like huge.
So are we gonna try for the where being the rec center, or are we wanting it to be like Brookside?
We can do the rec center because like what May said is with that like spare time we got, we could tour the facility. Show it off.
We could bring in chairs, tables.
Do you guys have chairs available?
Harper, do you have some direction on the flyer, what needs to be done? Can you just reiterate kind of what you got going on?
Going to the date at April 26th, 12 to 3, changed the middle to bullet points with the little bookends, add the logo, and say that it's at the rec center.
Right, and so your bullet points are like the who, what, when, where, why.
Yes.
This is what they become.
I'm sorry, is there a question?
No, I just wanted to make sure, just so that when you're, so you've got a lot of like great detail in here, but if you're just doing like an invite flyer, you got like a birthday invite. It's a who, what, when, where, why. That's what you want to have
Okay.
on the flyer.
Yes.
So your second draft is closer.
Thank you.
And then we'll create like a link that you can click, and then it'll go to your website with more information.
Sounds good.
So you've got a title up along the top, a basic description, and then the bullet points of the kind of the who, what, when, where, why type things. And then the final, love to see you. Here's your QR code, your call to action at the bottom, and the logos.
And then, do we want my info on there, or one of your, or May's info? I don't mind my info.
Yeah, when are you up?
What?
May?
May, yeah.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think that's
My email on there.
Or does the advisory email forward to you?
It doesn't forward to my Google account, but I have access to it, I think. I know I've looked at it a few times. So we could put it on there, I just don't know how active.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's an email you don't remember to look at.
It's not on my top 3 emails that I look at every day.
Right.
So I think just my personal one. And then if they happen to contact me again next year, I'll just forward them all to you guys.
So what's a good deadline for having the invite done and the website up and invitations sent?
Were we planning to have 2 meetings a month until it?
That was the talk last time.
Yeah. We do bump it up, I would say that the next meeting would probably be a good place to like set the agenda and have the invite out so that we can send out that day.
And I think we talked about, we don't necessarily have to have like meetings, but we can have special, not meetings, but we can have like,
Like study session?
study sessions. For those.
Just kind of working sessions
Yeah,
to get it done?
sessions.
That's nice.
So we don't have to say that we're having a whole additional meetings and put them on the website and do all that. They're just study sessions that we need, or work sessions, excuse me. That we need additional work sessions to complete these. So we're still working and getting things accomplished.
That's a great idea. So is that gonna be 2 weeks from now then? February 19th?
You take in person or virtual?
So it's on Wednesday, 7:30, same.
You guys can always do study sessions probably at the rec too, if that was easier work.
Yeah, we can do that.
Set up, right?
Yeah, because we don't need to be here. We don't need to record them.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
You shouldn't need to though. I mean, we just started recording our town board ones this last week, yeah. Very first time.
I don't think they're required to.
So it's different. Like the public can still show up, but like it's noticed that you're having a study session, but our work session, it's on your calendar. but it's not treated the same way.
So next meeting, the 19th.
Okay. And you should
I am going to be gone next meeting. I will not be able to come.
the February 19th.
Correct.
Can you make sure just to like send us that
Yep.
agenda then before?
Mhm. Yeah.
So then we'll have the agenda done, the invite done, and then should I reach out to the speakers or how do you want? I saw my name next to speakers, so like I'm
I
okay.
just threw some names out there.
Okay.
If you guys want to change it, you can, but I'll go back to it. I thought that's what we said originally. You were
Yeah.
gonna be doing that.
Yeah. So I can totally reach out to, do you want me to reach out to the town board members then maybe about talking?
Or if there were specific board members you wanted to share, if it was only just a couple or the whole board, it's totally up to you guys.
Do you know what ones would have the best input on?
I definitely would ask the mayor.
Mhm.
He's super engaged and he usually makes time. I mean, they all have amazing things to offer, that's for sure. I don't know time-wise what they have available or who would be interested, honestly. I know Brett Wing, one of the trustees, he offered, he's retired, a very successful business owner, so he mentioned that he would be open to sharing. And I'd love to share my experience with the board and the things that worked really awesome that we could pass on to you guys too. But yeah, and I'm trying to think who else might be interested. It's totally up to you guys. You can invite the whole board or some, depending on what time constraints you guys want to work with.
Mhm.
Do you know what was his name, Brett?
Yes, trustee
Is
Brett.
he still on the board or?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yep. Yep, he's one of the newer board members and he's newer to Berthoud also.
Mhm.
So he's kind of an interesting bird's eye view.
Yeah.
Alright, I will reach out to those people. I'll do that before the next meeting, so maybe we can have like an idea about that, so. Yep.
Can you reach out to the CPRA one?
Yeah, I will. The other guy. I'll
So
follow.
he'll take care of the motivational one.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Alright, and then, Kadri, do you need to talk to someone about cooking the gym at the rec center? No? Did you say my name? Yeah. Did you guys ask me to do that? I didn't do that. What? You will.
Oh, I will. Okay,
Just
just kidding. I thought you were asking me. I was like, I did not do that. I was so confused.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just
okay.
signed
Yep,
you up.
mhm.
Yep, we just
So
put
you'll
your
need
name
to reach
down.
out to Nick over at the rec center.
Okay. Can you send me his email?
Yeah.
And I just ask him for.
Yeah.
Kind of already did it, so.
We've already did it.
I just now did it, so.
Nice.
We do
done.
have volleyball games going on, so I'm gonna see, we haven't created a schedule yet, so hopefully we can get them out of there, send them somewhere else.
Get off.
Outside.
Well, we partner with other groups, so we can send them to another city.
Maybe you can go to Mead or Carter Valley, hopefully not.
I think we still partner, right? I don't know if we.
I know you're partnered with them for basketball because I've had several teams that are not birthday play each other
Yeah,
at the rec center.
we're still not big enough to do our own thing.
And stuff like that.
We're getting there though.
Okay, at least we're not going to Fort Lawton and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the spark. That's how we used to do it.
So you guys are gonna have some money left over from this item, since if you're not renting a space, so maybe you could do like gift bags, like swag bags or something to get people to go shop downtown or something.
Ooh,
do you guys think?
like us.
Go experience Berthoud.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Rise stuff. Rise is always really good.
Well, that's one thing we didn't talk about was food.
Oh, food too, yeah. It's the meal.
The Jimmy John sandwiches, like the
big box and like the little sandwiches.
Well, do we have a Jimmy John's here? Because why don't we do like something more local?
Oh, yeah, that's true. You should do local food.
So like we have, what businesses do we have?
I wonder if Rise could do a special type of like sandwich, like similar, like a group
Yeah.
party sandwich. It'd have to be specially ordered, but maybe if they knew it was for you guys and what you're trying to do, maybe they would. I don't know. Doesn't hurt to ask.
I wonder if they do like a box lunch.
Yeah, that would be really cute,
Mhm.
actually.
They do,
Because
yeah.
I managed for the boys soccer team, and Rise did a bunch of the away dinners.
Mhm.
So
They also
do.
did some stuff for a flag football team a few years ago.
When during COVID, they were handing out lunches to kids too. So they've done like grab bag type lunch.
And may that depend on how many attendees you have? You know, I mean, if you've got
And if there's
30
any
or 40, that's one thing, but if you end up with like 75
100, yeah.
Well,
or something, you know.
What kind of works with us, like we'll let them sponsor it, you know, and then maybe they give us the food for free. You know, and just say this is sponsored by Rise, and they get to market it to the other organizations around and give us a little cut.
That could be cool.
Should we add like an RSVP thing to the invite? Because then based off of that, we need like whether they're gluten free and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
like an RSVP.
So like we could just make a Google form, QR code it.
But we got a Connect 2 system that'll do it all for us, so I can put that all together.
Okay.
And so Audrey, I put you on that, on food, and took you off booking. So
Okay.
I'll do the booking
Just to confuse you
just
more.
because it's just a little easier. But
Okay.
you're in charge of figuring out food and stuff like that. Reaching out and getting some prices.
Call them and ask if they do it, and then like be like, I'll call you back when we know how many people are coming and stuff, just to like know if they're gonna do it or not.
Just ask them if there's a minimum, you know, for them to do catering. That's typically, there is a minimum.
Would you like to, maybe you and I can go talk to them together?
I think that'd be helpful. Maybe see if you can talk to the owners because they're super sweet and really engaged in the community. So I think if they know what you guys are planning, they'll come up with something.
Just gotta figure out when they're open. That's a mystery.
I actually have her email now, so maybe we can, I can maybe draft up an email together and send it off to her.
So I'm still in charge of reaching out to all the youth.
Yeah, you and I.
Okay.
If you want to get into the schools, I just reached out to Larimer County. We've got a contact there she's really awesome.
Uh-huh.
She knows a lot of people, so see if she can put me in contact with some people. But if you want to focus on the school organizations and see if you can tap into the schools around us that have leadership groups, then
Yeah.
do that. I'll deal with the youth commissions and Greeley and Fort Collins.
And Loveland.
Yeah, so didn't you have a Loveland contact?
Yeah, so they're based out of the library is what's happening, and there's a lot of drama behind that right now too.
Yeah, they're not coming anymore to
No,
our meetings.
no, yeah, it's because it's just like who's in charge of what now. The library doesn't want the youth advisory commission anymore. They want the senior advisory commission now, which is what my mom had. So my mom's now kind of like in between things, but right now her boss wants to take over the youth advisory commission. So I could talk to them.
Yeah, Steve, I'll let you deal with that.
It's very
Very
complicated, and I just hear it every night. I'm like, yes.
I do know a couple of the trustees or the council members on that board I could reach out to see if they'd be interested in helping maybe engage with the youth commission and if they'd like to come participate too. If you guys are interested.
I have to be careful which ones though, because some can't just sue each other.
I know, well, just ones that have positive outlooks that want to do good things for you guys. That's all that matters, right?
Yep.
Positive, positive, positive.
Yeah, we have a director's meeting on Friday. I'll see if I can tap into some of those. And see if anyone has any.
Okay. So just kind of all of us are onto the reaching out.
Would you recommend getting information and invites out?
I would do it as soon as possible.
Yep.
Yeah.
I my only
next week.
worry is we're posting this on a Saturday. People like their weekends. You guys are youth. You gonna give up a Saturday to come to this? I mean, you guys are, but do you feel like people would stop their Saturdays to come to this?
I think they
How
think
many
it's
of you,
important,
how many of you are available to go on the 26th?
as far as I know.
How many are not available on the 26th?
Oh.
Whoa,
Well, why don't we
whoa,
pick
whoa.
the 26th?
You guys aren't available. I mean, we should not be choosing that.
Because we got
I
an event
agree.
going, so it's gonna be really important that you're all here.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
So if the 26th isn't working for you guys, then
Yeah.
we should not be doing that date.
So what time of day do other commissions meet? Are those also morning commissions or are those?
Well,
do
if
we
we're
know?
doing like student council and
'Cause
stuff,
we
they
could-
still have like school
I
and
think they're
stuff,
during
so
the evenings,
Yeah, I think they are mainly during the evenings.
in the weekdays.
I think it just
Weekends
depends
are-
on how far people want to drive to do
on a weekday.
this.
I think you're right. I think that day is gonna be not well attended.
Another thought is, you know, not that I don't want it in our own community, but is a hotel maybe a more, like a, I don't know.
Like
is
the
a
embassy?
Central location more of a, are we a central location?
Well, if we're getting people from like really Loveland, like kind of all the way around us, because then if we want to make it more central, push it down more south,
South?
like Boulder, Longmont, that area.
Well, that'd be further for them.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm meaning so like we push the invites down there, but still have it here so that it's essential,
Oh,
so then
yeah.
we can better justify it.
I don't know anybody that would.
I think it depends on who you ask.
Yeah,
You know,
let's
if
see
it's
who we
Fort
can grab.
Collins, You know, if it's
Yeah.
Fort Collins and Greeley, but then, you know, if it's Loveland and it's the student councils at Meade and Firestone and Lions or something like that, then that could kind of shift your dynamics,
Mhm.
you know, of where people are coming from.
yeah, we're just getting close with
Maybe
venue.
we are the central
Venue
location
stuff.
then.
Well, yeah, a lot of the conferences, you know, hotels, I mean, they're planning 6 months out, you know, to be able to find some places to have an event space. In the spring, we
I don't
get
know if it's
really
like-
We should
challenging
just
at
stick
this
with
point.
our own location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to show off.
Yeah,
I think there's some good there.
I agree, but
Um,
let's talk date.
One thing, since I've readjusted, I need to do some more readjusting, but we're sitting at 190 minutes right now with all this stuff.
The date before we figure out the
Yeah.
agenda.
I do think if the best partnership you guys could have would be Loveland's Youth Advisory Commission. So knowing when they meet would be kind of critical because we could just replace their meeting perhaps with this event.
They do the first Wednesday of the month afternoons. So they meet the same time, I think, court meets.
You said afternoons or evening?
Evenings, yeah.
Oh.
6-ish. Pretty much, yeah. I think that's when I looked last, is when the meetings were.
So that would shift it from like an afternoon lunch deal to more like a dinner evening event.
That makes more sense, I think.
Which would be fine, I think.
If they're able to give up that time, or it's an off week from their meeting, but it's the same time, so they're used to that meeting time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That to me just seems like the best partnership to make long term, even if things are wonky right now, because they're so close and would have similar interests. And they would probably be the most likely to attend because their families are close by if they need rides and things like that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, here it is. The second and fourth Tuesday at 4:45.
Mm-hmm.
And then Fort Collins was every first Thursday at 7.
Uh-huh.
Is what my phone says.
What was the time of the first one?
Loveland is 4:45. Fort Collins is 7.
Interesting.
So they would meet April 9th and the 23rd, then would be a second Wednesdays. You said Fort Collins is at 7 p.m.?
Yep,
On Thursdays?
7 p.m. the first Thursday.
Do you guys know in your calendars for enough, does a weeknight work better for you than a weekend? yeah, April's kind of far out there, if you're not looking on the calendar.
Thursday nights seem to usually not be heavy with activities, like for my kids, I know. They're kinda open
teach dance classes
on Thursdays.
but should end around 7 Thursday.
I understand it's a big ask, but if we come up with a date and that Thursday was the only thing, would you be willing to miss 1 week of dance class on a Thursday? Do you have somebody to cover for you
I can try to find someone to cover for
with
me.
enough notice?
If that's the only date that worked, I can totally try to find
Is a
someone.
Wednesday night better? Do you have anything else?
Wednesday nights, I have dance Wednesday nights, but
Okay.
that's at 8:30 to 9:30.
So we do it like,
You can do that like 5:30.
yeah.
Wednesdays are hard for me, but if that's the date that works for everybody, I'll move my stuff around.
What about you guys?
As far as I know, all my Wednesdays are clear. And are we still talking about April? Yeah.
Yeah.
My Wednesdays are clear and my Thursdays are too. So
I just can't do the 30th.
Depending on High Points, when you guys do hockey, you guys have hockey. You haven't scheduled yet. Did you guys, what days of the week do you remember?
We did Mondays last year.
Is it just 1 day a week?
Big games.
So
Those are
this point,
typically
Wednesday,
weekend.
Thursday would be okay.
Yeah.
You could research and see when practices are.
Alright, so are we thinking Wednesdays or Thursdays?
That's up to you guys.
You guys pick. Does anyone know Cloud's schedule? Which day is better for her?
everyone's April 23rd or 24th.
We have a meeting 23rd, no?
What about the 24th? That's a Thursday.
That'd be great for me.
Maybe aim for April 24th right now? Just 2 days before?
Yeah, does during the week look like for the rec center?
April 24th.
The weekends with games and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we've got
Hectic and
we got a bunch of practices. We've got men's basketball, all starting from 4 to 9 p.m.
What if we did this one at the Brookside? Cause
I don't know if
I
that's
thought
what
we
it is either.
canceled out for the activity hall cause it wasn't wheelchair access.
Yeah, we can do that.
What about Fridays?
It's Friday. We're always pretty open then.
Friday would be good. 'Cause
Friday
then
we're
if you,
fully open.
if you go later, then it doesn't hurt school and work the next day.
Yeah.
Any Friday except for the 25th. That's kind of a,
Oh, we could do push it to May
the same
2nd
weekend we were
maybe.
just talking about.
I just teach dance till 5:15 those days.
It's not bad. I could do after that.
Yeah, Fridays are gonna work for the gym.
Yeah.
So
So not the 25th, you said? So 18th maybe?
yeah, May 2nd's available.
The day before prom.
18th.
What about May 2nd? Push it into
Yeah,
May.
maybe we should look at
Get some more time.
Yeah, a little more
That
time.
whole last week, the 28th through the 3rd, I can't do it. I'm in Minnesota that whole week.
So,
Oh, I see.
So May 9th.
What about May 9th?
May 9th looks good.
I like how
Jim?
you're thinking, Steve. Give it some more time.
Also in April.
Yeah.
Don't have
So
enough
that-
time to
When
plan.
does like finals and all that kind of stuff start
Right.
kicking off?
Because graduation is when, though?
Well, it's the 24th. Is the 24th. So
We're getting close
So
then.
you probably have finals the week of the 12th.
well, no,
Or
I'm done
wait.
the.
finals is that
I
last week.
get out about a week before they get out. So
So finals is the week of the 19th, you're done the week of the.
Yeah,
so
finals
it's
finals week is that last week of school.
like week of the 19th then.
what if we did the 9th?
May 9th?
9?
Alright, booking it. So we said the evening, 4 to 8.
May 9th.
Just block it off.
Yeah, I'll do 4 to 9.
Can we do like?
We're just booking, yeah, we're just booking a gym 4 to 9.
Sorry, what time did we say?
You guys haven't decided the time.
Oh, okay. I'm doing great.
Should we save that for next meeting? The time?
We should
Yeah.
save that for next meeting.
Or do you wanna just like put a quick like, maybe let's say like 5 to 8?
I would say,
That would be
9.
perfect because we're sitting at 190 minutes, and then we can extend some stuff.
5 to 7.
190.
Didn't you have something?
Oh yeah. Oh, it ends at 5 to T.
So we could do like 5:30 to 8.
5:30 to 8? Okay, 5:30 to 8.
Okay.
Cool beans. Okay, and then this next meeting, oh yeah, we already have it, February 19th, 7:30. Do we want it here or do we want it at the rec center?
rec center.
Rec center?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm going to, oh, is there anything else we need to talk about?
Just real quick, I was gonna let you guys know that even though I wasn't at the meeting, I was able to listen in on you guys, and the prompt I gave you about the small town charm, that was a super fun conversation, cause it was super authentic, cause you guys didn't have time to prepare and you just shared from your heart, and I actually took notes and I shared it at our last board meeting, the things that you guys said, and they were super blown away and amazed. They said that was the most helpful feedback they could have gotten, like just to know how you guys see our town and what's working and what's not working or what you'd like to preserve. And so those kinds of things are very valued, and so they just said keep it coming. Anything like that you have if you guys even just have thoughts throughout your week or you hear something about a project in town, feel free to email it to me and I'll share it with them so that everyone can keep it top of mind. Like even if your friends are talking about something that would be neat to add to birth it or just anything like that, I think just that feedback, keeping those lines of communication open is very valuable. So
Yeah.
thank you guys.
On May 9th, Cloud said that her mom's due date for her little sisters.
Nearby. So it's just nearby, so it's not like the actual day? Okay.
We're fine.
What's that?
It's Cloud is not 100%, but she'll be able to go probably on the 9th.
Cause that's her mom's like nearby due date for her baby apparently.
Your mom's pregnant?
That's what I was questioning. Oh, I didn't know that she's pregnant.
Congratulations.
Well, okay. We'll just
be.
Well, let's never a sure thing on when that baby's gonna be born.
Oh, yeah.
I was 2 weeks late.
Mine was almost 3 weeks early, so.
I was about like a month early.
Wow.
Yeah.
You just we're ready.
I was ready.
Let's meet the world.
Alright, I'm going to adjourn the